Hi Sam, welcome back. Today's video is a little different than normal, and there's a reason. I kind of explained it in the video, but I wanted to make this because I forgot to mention some things when I was filming. Here's the thing. If we recall from several videos ago, I opened a 6-star Nexus crystal. In that crystal, I was given someone, Cersei, and Abomination. And I chose Abomination because who I wanted was Immortal Hulk. And I was like, okay, Abomination, you look like Hulk, like you seem like a good guy. And apparently that was the worst option, supposedly. Everyone was kind of like, oh my gosh, Abomination, you're not supposed to pick Abomination sucks, la-di-da-di-da. It's a whole thing. And I was like, okay, sorry, I picked Abomination. I didn't know. But my heart kind of broke for him a little bit, because I was like, why are we hating on Abomination? What was the deal? I asked that in several videos. Some people gave me some responses, but they weren't convincing enough for me. So I've been playing with Abomination, and honestly, here's the issue that I think people are having with Abomination is they don't know how to play him, and or they just haven't looked at him very closely. So that's what I'm doing in this video. I am taking a look at Abomination, and I'm actually reading through his things, and I'm going to explain why he's actually a good champion, and why he's very underrated, and why we need to stop hating on him so much, perhaps, and maybe we should actually start using him. That's what this video is. It's Alicia's guide to Abomination. So yeah, jump right in. Let's take a closer look at our friend Abomination. We kind of have ostracized a little bit, and we kind of hate, perhaps way more than we should. That's the video. Jump right in. Ignore the mess in my room I haven't unpacked. Hi Sam, welcome back. So, oh shoot. I did it the wrong way again. So I'll have to edit that. Lovely. I've been thinking a lot about a certain champion, aka Abomination. He's just been on my mind. I just can't get out of my head why we don't like him. Like, what is the problem with Abomination? I genuinely don't understand, because every time I've played with him, I've actually really enjoyed him. So I think what I'm doing today, a guide to Abomination, because I feel like some people are misunderstanding him. Here's what I think happened, was I think that people, when he was released, everyone obviously said they thought he was going to be really good, and it turned out he wasn't. So I think they all just kind of dismissed him altogether. So Sam, today I'm going to be teaching you about Abomination. I just think if we grow to understand him, we'll grow to love him. So first of all, let's talk about his signature ability, right? Which I don't have because I don't have 2 of them. But if someone's attacking you and they just touch you, then boom, you're poisoned. Like, yes, it's not a super high percentage, but that's still a very useful thing. Like, you don't really even have to do anything. If they hit you, then they can be poisoned, and that is a lot of damage. That's actually a very good signature ability. So basically, you just want to make sure you're having a lot of contact. So you can just be using up your combos as much as possible, and then not only are they getting injured there, but now they're poisoned just because of the skin of Abomination. 95% chance to poison the enemy. Okay, see, that's even better. So, like, he's fighting, let's say, Guillotine. Guillotine causes him to bleed. Then all of a sudden, boom, she is being poisoned with that much damage. That's a lot. That on top of this one, if you combine those 2 at once, like, boom, you're screwed, basically. And then he gets a 12% chance with every single attack. It doesn't matter what he's doing. Any attack, he could potentially get a Fury buff, which gives him that much more attack. Yes, it's not like a huge percentage, but that's 1 in every 10 hits, basically. Which is, I mean, you're hitting a lot, so that's actually incredibly useful and very helpful. So, go Abomination. So he is also not even immune, so he's immune to poison, which is what he literally gives off a ton. So that's super cool. Like with Guillotine, for example. I love Guillotine. She's one of my absolute all-time favorites. She does bleed damage, but she's not immune to bleed. He gives off poison, but he's also immune to poison, so he can't even be hurt by the thing that he injures others, which I just think is actually a very cool thing of him. Go Abomination. Also, can we just talk about his look for a minute? Boom. Ooh. I like the underwear. It's very cute for him, I guess. See, I picked him because I thought he looked the most like Hulk, because he seemed big and like a punch kind of guy. Which honestly, with these, he is kind of just a punch kind of guy. You just gotta hit a whole bunch. Basically, 1 in every 10 attacks, you're gaining fury and you're gaining power in your hits. And then also, if you're bleeding, you're gonna be poisoning. So it's kind of cool that it's like, oh, you're going to make me bleed? Well, I'm going to make you poisoned. Obviously, I have a 6-star. I haven't ranked him up at all. But even then, like, he's pretty strong and he has pretty good health. Like, okay, Abomination. Sorry. So, yeah, that's Abomination. Now, let's do a whole quest. And you know what? I'm going to do a quest with him, but I'm only going to use him. Okay, so I'm only using Abomination throughout this entire fight. Okay, and I'm going to show you how actually useful of a champion he is. I'm just gonna pick a random path. Oh, and I already went down this path before, it's awkward. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna show you how good of a champion he is. Boom. Oh, boom. He literally got her in one hit. That was one hit. What is everyone's deal with Abomination? That was really good. Very, very, very good. Okay, honestly, Abomination is so underrated. Y'all are not utilizing him. I did one heavy attack, and she's dead. Like, you can't tell me that's just nothing. Can't be like, oh, well. No, Abomination's actually incredibly useful. Even just hitting him, I could potentially be poisoning him at any point. Boom. Look how much damage I dealt. He's so easy to use, too. I feel like he swipes back and everything when I want him to. Obviously, all champions do that. But sometimes when I'm playing with people, I try to, like, swipe back and stuff, and it just doesn't... They just don't move, or, like, their animation's weird. But I really like his animation. I like his things. Hit him. Boom. Done. Do you see that? Why does everyone hate him so much? I'm actually confused. Because he's so good. Okay, he has a disadvantage with this one, which isn't great, but I think it'll still be good. Boom. Do you see? He's so powerful. Like, I understand if you were expecting, like, more from him, because, yes, his abilities necessarily aren't, like, the most impressive, but they're still very good. And he's still a very good champion, so I don't understand, like, I think that maybe we should be appreciating him a lot more than we are. Look at that. 2 hits. 2 hits. And I get hit twice, too, on that one. And look, I barely have any health gone. Does she do... She just stuff. I want him to poison someone. Because it's so cool that literally it's just like, oh, you hit me? Well, now I'm going to poison you. Oh, I touched you. Now you're poisoned. That just comes off of his skin. Like, what? Okay, Abomination. Okay, Abomination. Pop off, Abomination. I've literally done this entire quest with him, and I've barely lost any health at all. Like, come on. I'm telling you, he's really good. So, yeah. Basically, it's just, you know, you just want to punch with him a lot. I mean, you obviously don't want to get hit, but even when they just make contact with you, they can be poisoned. Look. Boom. Got him. So, yeah, I mean, that's basically just how to use Abomination. That's about Abomination. Go look at him again, because I want to see. I mean, obviously, I just have him as a 6-star, but if you got him, like, and obviously you haven't, like, ranked him up. Yeah, he's really good. I don't know what you do about special attacks. Boom. Head. Beat down. Boom. Air. He jumps up and he smashes down. I think that Abomination, we need to appreciate him a lot more because he's actually very useful and his abilities are really cool. They may not be what people were expecting, but I think that that should not mean that we just are like, oh, Abomination sucks, because he doesn't suck. Like, literally, I just did that entire quest with just Abomination. That's all I'm saying. I don't know why everyone's in a hissy because I picked Abomination over whoever else that one time, but he's actually a very good champion, and I think I'm going to start utilizing him a lot more. Yeah, basically, to, like, play him, you just have to punch. Like, you know, you just got to do your combos and hit and use your special attacks when you can, and he's poison immune, so you don't have to worry about that. He isn't bleed immune, but if a bleed debuff is put on him, he's going to there's a 95% chance he's going to poison the opponent, so it's very high percentage they're going to be poisoned. So, you know, you're losing health. They're both losing health. So that's my guide to Abomination. I hope this sheds some light on a very underappreciated champion. Yeah, that's all. Love you, Sam.